Hey, Mom. I was thinking.
What?
Well, since you're staying home from work, you can call me in sick from school, and we can go down to the garden store and pick out stuff for the window boxes.
Nice try.
What?
I had an unpleasant incident last night, but I'm fine.
Unpleasant incident? Mom, you were almost carjacked.
Almost being the operative word. And I love you for remembering that your dad always liked to do the window boxes just before Memorial Day. But you're not staying home with me.
No, it shouldn't have happened to you. Not after everything else.
I thought about feeling sorry for myself, and I thought about Jessica and everything she's going through, and I'm lucky. I have my health, and most importantly, I have you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you for not thinking it's geeky to say that.
Yeah, just don't make me say it in public.
I cannot thank you enough for doing this. I can coach singing, but I don't know buck-giz about dance.
It's okay, I told you. I'm between shows.
Well, if I don't find someone to take over this lead, you may be dancing the lead. Why is it that in life there just never seem to be enough guys?
I have to go talk to Miss McLean. Yo, Marco. So I guess sticking needles in your eyes wasn't as fun as you thought?
I'm here for a good laugh, that's all.
You know what? I don't buy that. Or you.
Dorian, did you get my blood to the lab?
Against my better judgment, yes. But Paige is in charge of the testing, so I couldn't very well hand in your sample with your name on it, so I put mine on it. If it comes back a match, we'll deal with it then.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, I would do anything at all to help you, Vicky.
Well, we appreciate you doing it. There's your cup.
Thank you. Hi. Oh, Adriana.
We want to sign up.
Yes, if we can help Jessica, we're here.
Oh, that's wonderful. Excuse me. Just a word with you, please. Rex? Adriana has confided in me about you.
Butt out, Dorian.
No, you butt out. You have got to stop this investigation of Tate Harmon. It's hurting her.
You don't think I know that? I love Adriana. I don't care what anybody says, but that guy is what Roxy would call a 24-karat phony.
Nothing but bad news, as usual. Well, at least they're not calling you a queer anymore.
Gay, Dad. Rex called me gay.
They say it themselves. I'm queer and I'm here.
Yeah, well, they can. We can't.
Well, at least they're not calling you one. You've got to start thinking about a little damage control. All your endorsement deals and your new career as a sportscaster, that could all go right down the tubes.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. I hadn't thought about that.
And the fact that you can't pitch anymore doesn't help. Hello. Whoa. Son? I think I found you a way out.
What? You're kidding me, right?
CSU didn't find anything at Christian's studio.
Nothing that we can use.
But the place was ransacked.
By someone wearing gloves. Tubing, carbon monoxide canister, everything was wiped clean.
Hope I'm not to blame for this.
Sir.
I told the OPP, bring it on. I guess they did. Just not at me.
Hey, look, Chris Vega wanted Clarence to get back into the studio. I told him it was okay.
The trouble is, after it got trashed, there's not much to go back to.
They can't take away your talent.
I wasn't thinking about me.
Evangeline?
I brought her here so I could show her this. So she could see that I was working again. She was so happy.
What happened to her was not your fault.
She may never be the same. And last night, my brother tells me that he doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. How am I supposed to start over after that?
Did you put an officer outside Evangeline's room?
Yeah. I briefed Layla. She's in with her, so's her mother.
That's terrible.
I understand the feds are getting involved with us now.
Yeah. John called in a favor.
It goes both ways. You know, they've had these guys on their radar for a while. I figure, we exchange information, maybe we catch a break.
All right, well, I'm going to call their point guy on this and see what the profilers have come up with.
All right, boss.
I understand you used to be a federal agent.
Yeah, that's right.
What was that like?
Well, they got fancier gear, but at the end of the day, you still have to rely on your own instincts.
And what are your instincts telling you now?
What are my instincts telling me now? Well, somebody's watching this town closely, and they've got themselves some sort of hit list.
Everybody who's not white.
Everybody's connected to this in some way, if not directly by association. But you know what we need? We need a fresh perspective, and the FBI's got the best damn profilers in the world.
After we get the profile, what then?
We turn over every rock until we find these guys.
Well, let me get this straight. Your idea of damage control is for me to give away my liver.
It's not your whole liver.
Still,
Besides, you're not going to match. But if you make the offer, the whole world will know.
How are they going to find that out?
The girl's a Buchanan. Her mother owns this paper, probably half the town. You go down, sign up, you take the test, and she'll run your name in this paper, at least to get other people to sign up to do it too. Come on. I'll go down to the hospital with you, show the whole world I stand behind you.
I don't even like to think about my liver, much less giving away a piece of it. All right, I'll do it.
I knew you would.
But not because of the publicity, because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, whatever.
Police are done here, so I'm just going to bring in a cleaning crew, and in a few days you won't even know what happened here.
I'll know.
I know you feel awful about what happened to Evangeline, but I'm going to say it as many times as you need to hear it. It wasn't your fault.
She would never have come here if it weren't for my ego. I had to show her. I had to show her that I had something going on.
I was the one who said, why don't you show her your work? It was me. And as far as your painting goes, it could use a little more of your ego. Now stop beating yourself up. You almost got killed, too.
Yeah, well, I feel like part of me died yesterday. Lost my brother.
Do you want to talk about that?
I knew something about his life, and I kept it from him, and of course he found out. I was so stupid. I was so stupid to think I was doing him a favor.
Well, you know what I think? I think you should give him a little bit of time, because that will give him some perspective, and he's going to realize that that was not your intention.
Angry as he is, I wouldn't count on it.
said you weren't coming in. Marty!
Coming!
Are you all right? I heard you cry out.
Miles, what are you doing here?
Can I come in?
No, I was having a bad dream, that's all. I didn't realize I actually cried out.
You were dreaming about what happened last night, weren't you?
Was she really that tough?
Like I said, we held back because she didn't want her hurt. But I'm telling you, man, she was like the Terminator.
I should have protected you.
Yes, Miles, you should have known that I was going to run out of gas and be carjacked. Just like you should have known that, Todd was going to ignore what the police said in Chicago and walk into that trap. What is wrong with you? Why aren't you psychic?
You're my friend. I don't like when bad things happen to my friends.
I appreciate that, but I'm fine. It was, just a bad dream.
About those guys?
I don't know what it was about.
I think you're lying.
What?
Why don't you trust me?
Miles, you're a nice guy, but I'm really getting tired of you telling me how I feel.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's just... I can tell that you're holding something back, and that's dangerous. For you, I mean.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I can tell when people are being upfront and when they're not.
Wow. I had to spend a lot of money and go to school for a long time before I could do that.
Okay, I get it. I won't pry. I just thought I'd come by and see how you're doing, and when I heard you screaming...
I didn't really scream.
Close enough.
It was very thoughtful of you to think of me, but I am fine.
Well, if you're fine, then why didn't you go to work?
Because I have to go down to the police station. John wants me to look over my statement from last night.
Right. You think they found those guys?
No, probably not. I mean, all they had to go on was my description. I didn't see their faces anywhere in the mugshot books.
I could drive you.
I've got my car. I can drive myself.
As long as you're all right.
I'll walk you out.
What do I care what some weird girl thinks about me?
Oh, I'm weird for sure. Writing my own play makes me the ultimate geek. So why do you keep hanging out wherever I am?
I don't.
You were here yesterday.
Yeah, I left something here, okay?
Oh, what was it? Your ball?
I don't play ball, and I don't dance. Not your kind of dancing, anyway.
Ball?
Now, what's up with you? You think I'm afraid to be in a play?
Facing a room full of people? That takes, You're scared to put it all on the line.
Think I want to be in some play you wrote? Well, what's it about?
What about that guy over there? He looks like he can move.
Marco? How can you tell?
Practice.
I think what Blake is trying to say is that for someone who is too proud to act, he spends an awful lot of time hanging around rehearsal.
Well, if we ask him to learn the dance with Star, I think he'd be
Are you kidding me? He would never do it.
What's the matter with boys in high school? Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come here. Loosen up a little. Dance with this girl. You might like it.
Harmon has Adriana completely snowed.
Oh, and what could he do to her that you haven't already done worse?
He's working an angle, I'm sure of it.
What were you thinking, going on national television and saying he was gay? I mean, that was absolutely...
Stupid.
It backfired.
All I wanted to do was protect Adriana. That's all I care about.
If you take this part of the form to the lab, they'll draw your blood. Thank you.
Okay. How's Jessica doing?
Well, she's scared and hiding it, but she's very, very strong.
Harmon's here.
Oh, and it looks like he's going to make a beeline for Adriana.
Yeah.
Adriana.
Oh.
I didn't know you were going to be here.
Neither did I, actually.
You remember my dad?
Oh, yes. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
This is Clint Buchanan and Vicki Davidson. They're Jessica's parents.
Hi, Kirk Harmon.
Nice to meet you.
How do you do?
I'm terribly sorry about your daughter.
Thank you.
It's a terrible thing.
Yes, it's terrible.
Frankly, I don't know what I would do if something like that happened to Tate. That's why we're here. We want to help.
I think you should just channel your frustration and loss into your work and find something to believe in again.
You're right. I will. Well, after last night, I guess you know what happens to people that get involved with me.
I'll take my chances.
I wouldn't blame you if you
It's
didn't.
not an option. I know how to take care of myself.
Thanks for believing in me, Lindsay.
You're so talented. More than you even realize. Use it. Use it. Find something in this room that inspires you and go with it.
So what do you say? Feel like doing some dancing?
Like, I think that we can find somebody else to dance with Star.
It's just a rehearsal.
Yeah, I just think it's a waste of time.
No,
Your
it's
whole-
really not a waste of time, though. I need to learn the dance, and it would be better than me just sitting down and doing nothing,
Yes,
right?
but you should not be spending...
It's just one rehearsal.
Fine.
Well, what do you say?
Sure. Why not? What am I supposed to do?
Okay, so start standing facing each other. And in this dance, it's supposed to be a boy-girl, kind of hip little number, kind of sexy. We're going to do a slow cha-cha. Take her right hand in your left. Good. Now, slide your right hand in the small of her back. Okay. Right. And it's 1, 2. Cha-cha-cha. 1, 2. Easy does it. Left, right. 2, cha-cha. 1. Keep it small. Good.
Fine by me.
Nice and smooth.
I went over there. It's a football/baseball player learning the dance number. Hear anybody calling him names?
Hold her a little closer. There. That's it. Now, we're going to take it from the first couple of 8s, just like I showed you.
More bad dreams?
No, I don't have post-traumatic stress disorder. I just have everyday run-of-the-mill stress. That's all.
You know, you don't have to go through this alone.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Sure.
Just want to get a statement from everybody who was at Christian's studio. And you're the only one who actually had an interaction with this perpetrator.
Well, I know, but the only interaction I had with him was getting clunked on the head.
So was it him?
I just assumed.
Oh. So you didn't see hands, feet, any...
You know, my mind was on Christian's painting, and I never saw him coming. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay. But if you think of something later...
You'll be the first to know.
Okay.
How's Nora?
Last I heard, she's doing okay. You know, she's a lot more worried about Matthew than she is herself.
Yeah, poor kid. First his house burns down, and then the same group goes after his mother.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I have these. They're pictures that I got from Will of Matthew when he was a baby. I know it's not much, but you can give those to Nora, and she can add them to the photos of Jen and Sam.
This is so kind of you.
Thank you. We appreciate it more than we can say.
And if you take this part to the lab, they'll throw your blood. Hope it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't matter whether it hurts or not, as long as it might help your daughter. You had a good idea, son.
Thanks, Dad. So, how you doing?
Great. Busy.
You know, my son still can't stop talking about the woman that has him parading around in his underwear. Not that that's a bad thing. I suppose you've heard what this Rex Balsam character said about my son. Wouldn't want to catch that guy in a dark alley. I'll tell you that.
I'm Rex Balsam, Mr. Harmon.
Really? Mr. Balsam?
That's right.
Rex.
Sounds like your son has fed you an earful about me.
I'll tell you. Dad, it's okay. Rex and I have worked things out.
If I upset you and the rest of your family, I apologize.
Tate and his dad have signed up to be potential donors for Jessica. Isn't that great?
Really great, considering you don't even know Jessica or her family.
Well, it's situations like this that can turn strangers into friends.
Oh, speaking of which, hello, Mr. Harmon. I'm Dr. Dorian Lord.
Yeah, Dad, this is Adriana's mom.
Adriana's mom? Well, I can certainly see where she gets her good looks.
Oh, thank you. And we would all like to thank you for everything you and your son are doing to help Jessica.
Hello, everyone.
I tell you.
Officer Saeed, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you.
How's Evangeline?
There's been no change as far as I know. Actually, I'm here because I'd like to sign up to be a donor for your daughter.
That's very kind of you.
Good. That's wonderful.
Thank you. We miss Antonio a lot down at the station, but I understand why he doesn't want to leave Jessica.
I am going to give you the paperwork you need to fill out.
Excuse me.
Can I talk to you for a sec, please?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to know that Jessica and Antonio are separated.
I don't think anybody knows except you, me, Natalie, and Kristen.
Well, if Antonio's not here and he's not at work, where is he?
You finished?
I wish I knew more.
Nah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm going to drop these off with Nora and Matthew right after work.
Good.
How's the head this morning?
Oh, I know it's there. Michael says I have a mild concussion, but it could have been a lot worse. So that's the one good thing about having a hard head.
Yeah, Lindsay, you've changed a lot. For the better.
Well, you have a different perspective on life after you've buried a child. We both know that.
Yeah. It's one perspective I could do without.
I'm not alone. You know, I have my son and my friends.
Having them and letting them help you are two very different things.
Yes, and do you let people who care about you help you?
We're not talking about me, we're talking about you.
I'm fine. Okay, Cole was with me this morning, and actually, Miles stopped by to see how I was this afternoon. So, yes, I know you don't think he's trustworthy, but I do.
Well, it's your life, you know, but I'm going to check the guy out anyway.
Okay. Do what you need to do, but I can handle myself.
Yeah, you proved that last night. By the way, I think we got your typed statement here. Maybe you could read it over. If everything's okay, sign it, and you can leave it with Officer Moore, okay? I got to take off.
Where are you going?
Cruz Vegas Art Studio. CSU didn't turn up anything forensic-wise, so I figured go over it one more time.
I hope you find something.
Me too.
What is wrong with me?
Taking hold of me. This is easy.
How do you know?
Well, you want me to show you?
Me?
What's the matter? You chicken?
Well, that wasn't too bad, you two. What do you think?
I thought they looked like Fred and Ginger.
Oh, from your lips.
Can we take a break?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You okay? You don't look so good.
Totally fine.
Still having dreams about Henry? I know I am.
No, I don't even think about Henry anymore.
Bull.
You're as bad as my parents. They're freaking out because we went to see Henry's mom and dad.
Yeah, my mom wasn't too thrilled about it either, but I told her that it helped to say sorry face to face.
My parents so don't even care about the fact that I might have been damaged. I mean, they're so all about their little lawsuit now, they didn't even remember...
Remember what?
Nothing. Go dance with Star.
No, not until you tell me what you're going to say.
They didn't remember that today is my birthday.
What? Are you kidding me?
It's not a big deal. They buy me anything I want.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Are you sure they're not faking so they can surprise you later?
Marvin and Barbara aren't exactly the surprise party type.
We'll do something.
You and me?
Yeah, why not? I'll pick you up at 7. Don't keep me waiting.
Oh, so that's the 9 o'clock number.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have to go talk to Miss McBain about Star's number.
You're a chicken. Go on, Langston. Let's see your moves.
What's wrong?
So you're taking Brittany out on a date tonight?
Yeah? Why?
Why? Because she's her and you're you.
Yesterday you told everybody to lay off her.
I said to lay off, not to go out with her.
You know what? I want to go out with you, Star. Do you get that? But you don't want any part of it, so you don't have a vote in this.
Wait, so you're doing this to get even?
No, I'm doing it for Brittany. You know what? I don't have to explain myself to you.
Oh, I get it. She saw us dancing and she started pouting, right? And you fell for it?
It's not like that.
Right.
You know what? If you would be quiet for 2 seconds...
No, you know what? You don't have to tell anything to me. Do whatever you want. Come on.
Hey,
No, be quiet, be quiet. Audition him. What? You know you want to.
Is she right?
Well, what do I have to do?
Sing? Dance?
Look, I can dance, but you're not going to like it.
Well, why don't you let us be the judge of that, okay? Well, what are you waiting for? Bring it.
Dance floor jumping, everybody gotta move. Mr. DJ making everybody move. Don't stand still, everybody gotta move. Everybody just move. All my people's gotta move. Get off the wall, everybody gotta move. Ladies, fellas, everybody move. Don't stand still, everybody gotta move. Everybody just move.
I heard what happened in there. Star didn't sound too happy.
She wasn't. But that's not my problem anymore.
I had really, really hoped that Jessie and Antonio would be happy, you know.
Me too.
I mean, I understand if she thinks the marriage was a mistake. I just wish she weren't going through this very painful emotional situation right now because she needs her strength. I saw her this morning. She was so tired she could barely talk to me.
Maybe she did all of her talking yesterday with Antonio.
I feel so sorry for him. I mean, he really loves her. He must be a wreck.
Well, it's never easy when the person you love falls in love with somebody else.
We haven't seen you around the precinct.
I've had some personal stuff to deal with.
Yeah. I saw you on TV.
Yeah, you and the rest of the world.
Let me ask you something. Why would you out someone on TV, even if you were right?
I was trying to get the truth out, that's all.
All I know is I saw that ball player jumping around on The View telling the whole world he loved Adriana. And then 1 week later, you're on TV telling the whole world that he's gay. You both can't be right, so somebody's playing dirty.
Somebody is, but it isn't me.
Mrs. Davidson, is there anything further that Kate and I can do to help?
That's so kind of you, and I appreciate it. Every additional donor we get improves Jesse's chances of finding a match.
You know, perhaps once this crisis is over, Mr. Harmon could work with you on some fundraising campaign or another.
I thought you were just visiting.
Well, I am, but there's no reason that I have to rush home. I'm sort of semi-retired.
Oh. And a widower.
Look, whether Kate and I are a match or not, I would like to stay in touch.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I look forward to hearing the good news about your daughter. Try not to make too much mess.
Yeah, right.
See, someone beat me to it. You painting again?
Yeah, it kind of helps.
You see Evangeline last night?
No, I ended up not going.
You actually took someone's advice for once?
You're not what stopped me.
You talked to Layla?
First thing this morning.
Has there been any change?
You know, the longer she's like this...
I know. I'm gonna find these guys.
You taking over the case?
No, just so Antonio can spend some time with Jessica.
Antonio might want to go back to work.
Yeah, why's that?
Never mind. You'll have to ask him.
Okay, well, look, I'll try not to get in your way, all right?
Sure.
You mind if I move these?
No, go right ahead, man.
Thanks.
Wait. Look at that. Right there.
What?
I can't believe this. I don't know what to say, son. Oh my God. What? Marco's over there with Mrs. McBain and Blake, and they're all smiling.
You're kidding me.
No, you got the part. What happened? Well, it turns out Marco here has been holding out on us. Not only can he dance, but he wants to be here.
Is that right?
So, Star, it seems you have a co-star. Get it? Star, co-star.
That's great.
Kate, please. You must allow me to buy you some breakfast. It's the very least I can do after everything you and your father have done to help Jessica.
Well, I just ate, but I can always eat again.
Excuse me just 1 minute. Thank you
For what?
for apologizing to Tate's dad and for not freaking out when my mother invited Tate to breakfast.
We have an agreement, and I'm sticking to it.
And I appreciate it. I'll call you when I get back. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Great.
Where would you like to eat, sweetheart?
Chip off the old block, aren't you, Tater Tot? God, I would love to hang you. Hi, it's me. Remember that thing I said I was dropping? Pick it up again.
Hey, Lindsay, if you think of anything at all, even if it seems like nothing, I want you to call me.
Okay. And if you ever feel like talking about anything at all, you call me.
Yeah, might take you up on that.
All right.
Hi, this is Dr. Saybrook calling for Dr. Young. Hi. I would like to see you for an evaluation. Actually, I'm the patient.
See, that right there was painted on. What? That? Yeah. And I didn't paint it. And we finally got a break.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
Cole asked Brittany out on a date.
All I want is for you to have your birthday.
I think I've done something terrible.
They're arrogant enough to think you won't get caught, which means we got him.
I have some things to say to you, and I want you both to hear me.